How's it going, everybody? Hope you're all doing well. So I wanted to share with you one of my favorite insect repellents that I have used for years, and it has worked exceedingly well. And I am very surprised considering, other people use off and thermocells and stuff like that, which is fine in certain categories, but I like something that I can just not worry about and it always be on me. And that would be the Sawyer Insect repellent, right? You can treat your clothing with this, right? We're gonna go through, I'll show you how to do it real quick, but mainly you treat your clothing, it dries on the clothing, you set it aside, and then when it's dry, it's good. And it has worked to the point of people next to me, like going through, multiple day events in the military or recreationally, going through hard brush, and people next to me pull off like, honestly, 10, 15, 20 ticks in a day. And I, no joke, had zero because I treated all my clothing with this. Now you can also treat other stuff too, which is pretty cool, is I typically treat my sleeping bags, like the exterior of them, my sleeping mats, and then head net and stuff like that, even my hat with this stuff. You can just pick this stuff up on Amazon, right? And I am very surprised how well it works. And it works for an entire season. I mean, it depends on how much sweating and work you're doing. And of course, it does go for several washes. I forget how many washes this will allow. Like if you wash your clothing like 2 or 3 times, it'll still be good. Of course, it'll dissipate, but you can just reapply, which we're gonna show real quick. Actually with this shirt needs reapplication to it. So we're gonna dive into that real quick and then, yeah, show you how it's done. All right, so we're going interview mode with this because I have nowhere to clip my microphone now that I took off my shirt. But anyways, so pretty simple, right? You hang up your shirt. Now, I wouldn't recommend going in direct sunlight or in a windy day. We have a little bit of wind, but it is not that bad. So ultimately, you're just gonna hang it up, of course, away from kids and all that kind of stuff, right? Especially cats, because cats do not like this stuff. And it says keep out of the reach of children. But liquid form, it is hazardous. But once it's dry, it is not. So that's kind of cool. So do this out and away. But really, all you're gonna do is just coat all the way down, right? This has a small applicator on it. You can just grab a hold of it. And mainly, let's just get it. See how it's wet like that? Move it so you can see, just hose it down, right? You're getting all that stuff. Now you don't have to soak it. Don't like completely make this thing soaking wet, but just enough, right? All the way down and around, including the back. Try not to get it on your skin. Not that much is needed. Around the collar works pretty well too. And then there you go. And now you let air dry, right? Just leave it up there over 15, 20 minutes. It's gonna dry out on its own, and there you go. You pretty much have it on there, and it works really well. And I'm telling you this because I have used it. Now, another product that works really well too, which is a different method, is thermocells. I have used those, I mean, a long time. I'm talking back in the mid 2000s, like very well, all the way up until now. I still have one and they work, but they're kind of chunky, right? They take up a spot and people say, oh, put them on your belt and stuff like that. You can, but as you're moving or in adverse conditions or stuff like that, personally, I just don't want to worry about it. A little bit of wind, right? I just like spraying this on in the beginning of a season and being done with it, right? And if you wash your clothes quite a bit, then just halfway through the season, reapply. You can do the same thing for your cut or your hat. I would not recommend undergarments, right? So your socks, I wouldn't recommend it, right? Underwear and even t-shirts. I don't do the t-shirts too much. I typically do an outer garment. Even if it's like 100 degrees outside, I prefer these really thin outer garments, like a sun shirt. And then that helps a lot, of course, just abrasion wise and stuff like that away from you. But that's just my philosophy, my use. You guys can use whatever you want. It's just, this is how I use it, and it works really well. Again, I am not sponsored by Sawyer. I get no money unless you purchase this product from Amazon, which I have my link, and you will get, or I will get a few cents off of each purchase. But other than that, if you don't want to support the channel, then just go to another location and purchase this if you don't. I'm not too concerned. I'm just getting you good information out there. It's really all I care about. So, other than that, it's pretty simple. Most people make this thing hard out to be, but it is not. So if you like this kind of stuff, like, subscribe, greatly appreciated. We have PayPal, we have Patreon, all that fun stuff. We're also on Rumble now because YouTube doesn't like certain stuff, which this video will probably be monetized because I didn't show any pew-pews or anything else like that. Outdoor activities that are freedom-loving people like myself like to do is very evil, apparently, but whatever. So, yeah, Rumble and YouTube. Have a great day. I get worse and worse at this as time goes on. Now I gotta wait. Not too bad. It's drying out. Now I gotta hang out here for a little bit. Maybe I'll eat.